Following one of the most unusual seasons in MLS history, Sporting KC found themselves once again top of the Western Conference going into the playoffs. Though they fell short of their MLS Cup dreams, Sporting heads into the 2021 season looking for a return to normal. And for this club, that means winning trophies.
Yo, you didn't tell me there's a billboard up of me. Where? There's...
Opening on the road at Red Bull Arena is a tough task for any team. But for Sporting, it is an opportunity to set the tone for the season and show that their hard work in the long off-season has paid off. And for the youngsters in the starting lineup, it's a chance to prove they belong from the word go.
Come on, boys, come on. Put a lot of work in. Over the off-season, preseason, here we are. We got two things we've talked about that we have to do. The first is to play in any of these games, you have to come and compete. You have to compete, out-compete the other team. Second thing is you gotta win. That's our job. Let's do it, huh? Let's go. On three, win. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, boys.
Subs can go.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go together. Subs can go. Subs can go.
All right.
On our first goal kick, what do you want to do? You want to play or you want to hit it long? We play. Okay, let's go. Hey, we go long. If we are sobering on anything, we keep going. Okay, look. We try to play. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win! Let's go.
Will be Davis. He's clipping it toward the back post to Aaron Long. He heads it back across the 6, and it's flicked away by Remy Walter. Now Kinda and Espinosa combining. It falls into the penalty area to Busio. A good sliding tackle at the very last minute that time. Back for Busio with the left foot and a diving save by Carlos Coronel. Almost. Puts the cross in. This is a dangerous one. Bangs off the back of the head of Ismat Marine, and then it's into the back of the net. And it's the 17-year-old Caden Clark, and the Red Bulls have taken the lead inside the penalty area. That's a handball, and Sporting KC have a penalty, and it's going to be Gadi Kinda to take. And it's 1-1. Gadi Kinda with the first goal of 2021 for Sporting KC, and we're all level. Here they come again. Shelton putting it across. Shallowy taps it home. And it's 2-1, just like that.
Oh, that is. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Get 10.
1, 2, 3.
What is this?
How are you gonna take? Oh my God, that was terrible.
All right, just take a pic.
You gonna say it or what?
Just kind of a random freak play.
I've seen Zeus, obviously, for a lot of years here, right? I knew when he got hit, he was hurt.
Here in the 18th minute.
What a little touch there from Graham Zusi, but
The way he slid just happened to kind of hit me in a perfect spot through my foot, and just remember a lot of pain.
Zusi looks like he's going to try to give it a go here.
there might be.
Oh, no. That's not good.
My foot went numb completely, so I thought it was just kind of a nervy thing where may have just kind of hit a nerve and foot went numb, and so I tried to get up to walk it off, and I realized pretty quickly that it was probably a bit more than that.
You know, obviously there's incidental contact here and there in the game. It happens all the time. But that was a late challenge. Should have been dealt with in a much different way.
One of our team docs came in and tested it. I guess he had told me that he saw the play well and had an idea of what it potentially could be, and he basically did one little test, and he's like, I think this is what it was. He kind of gave me worst case and best case at that point, and unfortunately it ended up being worst case scenario. A moment when we got the confirmation from images that it's a very low moment, and you have these thoughts, and to be quite honest, negative thoughts about where I am in my career and what this could potentially mean in the long run. All right, well, this is going to be a kind of a long journey, and you need to go about this every day at 100%.
Even in preseason, you know, I'm an early guy, and we had our gym set up at the hotel that we're at, and you know, I'd be in there at 6 a.m. and sure enough, usually 5 minutes, 10 minutes after, Zeus was there working out.
You know, being my first serious long-term injury, I didn't really know what was going to come and what things I might feel or be frustrated with at some point. We're extremely lucky to have an actual PT on our staff, and Chris was very good at I guess understanding and letting me know that some of these things were completely normal, and you know, putting my mind in the right spot to be successful in rehab. Very memorable day, and I remember the drive into training, and I probably had a gigantic smile on my face just driving in, and then being in the gym, preparing for training, same thing, just probably an enormous grin on my face. And then of course going out to the field and being with the team during the warm-up for the first time in 7-ish months. It was just an amazing feeling. All the work that had been put into that end goal of being back on the field just seemed worth it, and just being with the guys, I think was my happiest moment. Going through a warm-up, I mean, we've complained about warm-ups probably infinite amount of times, but I was never as happy to do a warm-up in my career, for sure.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it other than that he's one of the top professionals in our club. Again, I go back to it's this It's an internal motivation that he has. He wants to be the best. He works at his craft. He takes it very, very seriously. And he's, ultimate team guy, and all those things are the reasons why his commitment is the way it is. And, it's not by luck that he returns and is as fit as he is and, still, goes 18 to 18, no problem. It's just because of, who he is and how he conducts himself on an everyday and basis and the professional that he is in the profession that he's in.
I will say the guys were incredible throughout my entire rehab process. Made me feel like I was still part of the team, regardless if I was out there with them or not. Just a little hello or some encouragement here. It meant so much to me, whether they knew it or not. Whether they knew it or not. It definitely got me back on the field.
Graham Zusi in at right back for the first time since suffering a significant foot injury against the Chicago Fire last October 7th. He missed the last 6 regular season games last year and the playoffs, of course. Now he's not only back, but he's in the starting 11.
The Austin match was a little bit earlier than I expected to be back on the field. But Peter came to me and was like, hey, don't you think that starting the game would be better and you'd feel better? And I was like, yeah, to be honest, yeah, it probably would. I was like, I don't know how much I can give you, though.
I think there's a lot of people that feel good about it, right? Doctors, medical staff here, performance staff, coaches, because it's kind of this process that everybody has, a piece that they have to participate in and help them make that happen. And so when you finally see the guy get back on the field and be able to do what he was doing before, and he's doing it the same way again, job well done by everybody.
Whether it was adrenaline or being back in the field and being in front of fans or whatever it was probably a combination of everything. I was able to make it a little bit even over the 45 minutes of the first half, and the culmination of all that rehab and work and being in every day of the off season as well came together in just a great moment. And I struggled putting into words, but there was just a huge amount of emotion, and then coming off when I did, just feeling the love from everyone, and it was, it was amazing.
The story's been told many times about how the two of them roomed together in Matt Beasler's parents' basement their first year as pros because they didn't know if they were even going to make it as Major League Soccer players. Graham Zusi passes Matt Beasler for appearances all-time in Sporting Kansas City franchise history, while Matt Beasler starts against his whole team here today.
Russell now on the run, sitting up on the left all of a sudden. Toledo trying to roll it in. Studer, long run, not going to get there. Toledo lost his angle and hits the outside netting. It's in by Stroud for John Gallagher. First touch pulled him wide, but he recovers and scores. John Gallagher's first goal for Austin FC. Zusi going long, Buzio on the run. Buzio's going to get there, puts away by Stuver. It evaded Polito. It's out for a corner. A ton of space here for Luis Martins. Martins fires it in. Shallow was the target. Ogentino helps it along. Buzio, great control. Buzio through traffic, save and covered up by Stuver. Espinosa for Shallowy, Daniel Shallowy, saved by Stuber.
The movement of the ball has been very good.
We're finding all the gaps. We've created very good chances, guys. I mean, we're right on the doorstep every time. We're going to get more stuff here in the second half. I'm telling you, it's right on the doorstep, okay? Let everyone start to the second half.
Ruzio flipped along there. Russell, Shallowy bouncing through traffic, knocked down. Espinoza was in the area. Poking it in. That's going to find Stroud on the far side. Jared Stroud saved by Polskamp. Ruzio picking it up off the wing. Falls to Shallowy. Puts the shot wide. Ruzio's arguing that should have been a penalty, that his shirt was being tugged in there. It's a goal kick. Ring was a little bit late stepping forward to get to that one.
I mean, that's got to be a yellow card there. They went out, they made a big move to get him. He is off here now with them with an opportunity to get another win on the road. How do Austin handle that now?
Martins. Shallowy, Ruzio, got around Pochettino, is off balance. Shallowy picked it up. A touch from Stuver maybe, came off the bar, looked like as well. It's out for a corner.
I think Stuver gets a really big touch on this one.
Russell hooks it in. And it's Ilie who's tied the game, and now Kansas City, they grab the ball, they're running back. Can they go on and win it?
Buckle up for this last 7 minutes here.
Here comes the cross, Shelton, the touch.
And it's nodded into the back of the net by Gotti. Kinda. He cartwheels and backflips toward the corner flag. Right on the stroke of 90 minutes. Gotti. Kinda.
Let's listen to this play, State. What a turnaround for Sporting Kansas City. Just finding a way. It hasn't been pretty. They've been testing this back line. It's actually Kyrie Shelton who takes the chance here, getting into the box. You watch Cascante. He goes to make the play, and it's the hesitation because he's not sure if Shelton's going to get it. It ends up at the feet of Gadi Kinda, who came into the game as a second-half sub.
Let's go! Come on, baby! Vamos!
Let's go!
Hey, you give me heart. This is your most important
Shots.
Hey, nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. Let's go! Cheers, boys! Well done, boys! Winning is fun. Yes.
That's the work that I get done in my office.
Whiskey's not so much.
I think coming from North Carolina, I've never heard of anything that's come out of Kansas. So my vision when I was going there was it was just going to be farms and just land, but I was totally wrong.
An academy product from North Carolina, Kaveh Rod has been working for this moment since he joined SKC's player development pathway in 2016. After spending 2019 and 2020 playing with SKC2, it was time for Kaveh to show Peter Vermes how far he has come since his first days with the academy.
Well, obviously our academy, is always searching for guys that are outside of our territory as well, to kind of bolster up our teams and give us, more prospects for the senior team. And so when both Kaveh and his brother Jahan came in, they're obviously twins, pretty recognizable within the club really quickly.
Me and my brother staying with the host family our first year, and I had an injury my whole first year, and I was out for like 7 months. He was there every step of the way when I first came here, and then the year after that, is really when I'd say I wanted to start stepping it up.
The thing about Kaveh is what I have seen over time with him is that a lot of players, when they're kind of going through that progression or that process, they're tentative. Kaveh has never been that way. He has a great attitude. He comes in, he does his work, he competes. He's very, very competitive, and he knows how to win.
Peter was just like, what do you think about getting a homegrown? And I was like kind of shocked because I came in just thinking that, oh, I'm gonna come to preseason and then just go back down with the second team. But when he said that, I called my dad immediately, right when we got in the van, and I told him, and he was going crazy and stuff. And obviously I didn't want to tell a lot of people until it was official, but I told our whole family, and they were super excited for me. I've played in that stadium before with the second team, but just seeing my name up there and realizing that I'm signed with the first team, it was just incredible being there. Having my dad was big because he's been there from the very start. When my mom passed away, he was my rock, so he helped me through everything, helped me grow up. So I can't thank him enough. And just him being there on my day, I just felt so happy.